NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Hello and welcome to round 17 of the men's RAA NPL here in South Australia, and we're here at the Feel Good Physio Co Stadium at a very, very wet Feel Good Physio Co Stadium. I'm your commentator Seb O'Neill, joined by David Grant, who we're soaked pretty much already.
Yeah, we are a little damp underfoot, aren't we? But yeah, looking forward to this. Just now that we've managed to rearrange absolutely everything in our executive suite to ensure that we are as dry as we possibly can be. The rain seems to have stopped now, or at least got a lot lighter, which is a bit of a relief for us.
Bit late though.
A little bit, yeah. But yeah. So, but yeah, looking forward to this. This should be a good game. The weather has, I reckon, the rain has stopped. There's a slight drizzle there, but it's not pouring like it was before. It's certainly heavy underfoot. Both of the goal mouth areas are certainly look very muddy. But I'm an old-fashioned footballer, so give me mud any day over that synthetic nonsense. Did I say that out loud? We are. Not broadcasting it, are we?
We are.
Okay. No, there should be some thrills and spills in front of goal, I think, with the weather like this, and that goalmouth, both goalmouth areas are very muddy looking, aren't they?
Both sides just getting ready in the tunnel, lining up, ready to make their way onto the pitch when they walk out. We'll of course go through the starting lineups for tonight's match here. Very, very interesting night ahead. These two teams can, I guess, really jump each other with a win tonight.
Yeah, both very evenly matched sides in terms of their ladder position. And the first game of the weekend, of course. I mean, Campbelltown City have got a game tonight as well. They're playing Adelaide City at the same time. But first game of the weekend, looking forward to it. I like my football. That's why we're here, isn't it, Seb?
Absolutely.
It could be freezing cold and pouring with rain. We'll still be here, won't we?
Well, I did say we'll wait until the players walk out and do the starting lineups, but in case my notes get wet, we might as well go through them now while we have them.
I think now's as good a time as any.
Starting with the home side of Para Hills Knights, number 6, Lionel Muhatira, number 8, Vian Kurikwamana, number 9, Abu Hussein, number 10, Diego Santos de Oliveira, number 11, Ali Reyes Maradi, number 12, Keshav Shrestha, number 14, Lawan Hassan, number 16, Cairo Felix, number 17, Omid Masawi, number 23, Harrison Conant, and number 99, Yanni Delangis with head coach Theo Tsunis. Harrison Conant's been banging in the goals recently, David.
Aye, and none from less than 35 yards out as well.
They've all been screamers.
Yeah, no, he knows how to score a goal. I think he was goal of the week this week as well, so he'll have got himself one of those fancy burgers. What they called again?
Carl's Jr.
That's
Carl's Jr. Go to the Week burger.
Sponsors, don't you?
Absolutely. Going to the away side of FK Beograd in goal, number 1, Jamie Signorello, number 4, Damian Luic, number 7, Massimo Falco, number 9, Maxim Ivanic, number 10, Anthony Trimboli, number 12, Andoni Natsiopoulos, number 16, Alexander Banjak, number 17, Jason Konstantopoulos, number 18, Panagiotis Manidakis, number 19, Udai Koike, and number 22, Floribert Neonkuru with head coach Adrian Deloya. Big game for both of these sides tonight, David.
Yeah, absolutely. Important match for both, and they'll both be wanting to try and get something out of this. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good. The rain has abated, and there's not much wind. In fact, there's no wind at all, is there? So, greasy surface, though. Be interested to see what happens with the ball in the surface, especially in the grassed areas and those penalty spots and goalmouth areas.
Nice and muddy.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a goalmouth scramble there. Look, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy, and I love my grass, and looking forward to seeing a bit of mud and blood and tears and sweat and all of the rest of it in the middle of that goalmouth.
Of course, I might as well just say now, we do apologise if at any point we do seem a bit muddled or messed up due to the weather. Our notes are quite wet. It's a wet night. It might get wet at times, so we do apologise in advance if anything goes wrong.
We have a bit of a preoccupation with the safety and well-being of our gear as well. So if there's a long silence, we're probably just scrambling to cover stuff up with plastic.
Absolutely. But for the time being, we're ready to get underway here at the paddocks. Both sides in their huddles. Of course, the last time these two sides met was a 3-0 win the way of Para Hills Knights at One Solution Park. Abu Hussein, Omid Masawi and Lansana Smith getting on the score sheet that day. Do you imagine it being as one-sided as it was today as it was then?
I wouldn't think so, no. I think both of them have probably got a bit more to play for. Their focus would have changed, we're a whole half season on from that, so their focus would have changed as well, and they would have realigned their goals and their aims. So, no, I don't think this will be a completely one-sided match. I think this will be fairly even, to be honest. That's what I'm expecting anyway. I'm always proven wrong with these things, though, aren't I? Commentators curse and all of that.
It's wet, it's muddy, it's football weather, and we're about to get underway here. Round 17 of the men's RA NPL here in South Australia.
Para Hills look like they're lining up with a 4-2-3-1, and very similar looking lineup actually for FK Beograd as we get underway here. It's not normally they'll line up so perfectly for you when you're trying to work out what formations they're playing. Very often they won't line up clearly for you, but that's more because they're trying to maybe disguise it from the other side. But that was quite clear there. Both look like they've got 4-2-3-1 as they line up against each other tonight.
Ball across the back line. Over the top looking for Anthony Trimboli. Early corner. To be taken on that far side. Corner goes short. Low cross in. Flicked on.
Oh.
Offside.
Yeah, offside given, but that slid all the way through, and I guess that's a sign of what we might expect from this surface tonight. Low ball in there, just skited along the surface of the grass, and then he got to the mud and went all the way through. Linesman had his flag up fairly early though, didn't he?
Yanni Delingus with this goal kick for Para Hills. Headed on by Natsiopoulos. FK Beograd looking to get forward again. Here's Conant. Looking for the wide option. Ball over the top and through the centre to Abu Hussein. Heads it down and puts on the strike. Saved by Signorello.
Nice shot there by Hussein. Although it looked like a bit of a toe poke, didn't it? It looked like he just poked it with his toe, but solid enough shot. Well held by the keeper, though. It's kind of unusual to see FK Beograd in their away strip. I don't think I've seen them in their away kit this season yet. They're normally out in red, white and blue, of course. Traditional colours for them. But I don't think I've seen them in the dark blue. It looks quite nice. Have you seen them in the dark blue this year?
I don't think so either.
I've seen them in all white. This must be a third kit. Because I have seen them playing this season in an all white kit as their second choice kit. But I guess all white's maybe not something that could be used tonight against Para Hills playing in their traditional black and white. But maybe the red, white and blue was too much of a clash. So the dark blue is certainly a stark contrast to Para Hills white, predominantly white kit.
Kurikwamana was looking wide there but couldn't get the pass off. Ball one back. Abu Hussein looking to make the run forward. Masawi looking to put the ball in for Hussein. Falls to the edge of the box and I think just gets stuck in the mud there.
Yeah.
Into the box. Just waiting for the opportunity to have the perfect strike. Opportunity was taken there. Real battle happening. No foul, says the referee, and they play on. Trimboli. Nyonkuru. Referee happy to let the game flow and Para Hills win back possession.
Not sure they're winning back as much as FK Beograd seems to be giving it away. I mean, Nyonkuru there and Koike just a few moments ago, both FK Beograd players guilty of giving possession away. And Para Hills Knights gratefully accepting it.
See what, there's a real battle in these early stages already.
Yeah.
Real tussle.
Through midfield, certainly, yeah.
Throwing for FK Beograd.
Look at that photographer down there. He's brave, isn't he? Sitting there on out there in the elements and the bare grass.
Luic. Natsiopoulos. Here's Luic again. Out wide with Koike. Konstantopoulos looking for the switch ball wide. Manages to get it too. They'll go back with Banjak. Manidakis. Jason Konstantopoulos trying to make his way past Kurikwamana being too strong for him. Oliveira. Muhatira. That'll be a foul.
Decent little period of possession football there by FK Beograd, just holding onto the ball, still not playing in a defensive way, still probing forward on both flanks and holding onto the ball well. Just obviously just trying to get a feel for it in these early minutes.
Just over 5 minutes into the first half of this one. Both sides having their opportunities. FK Beograd getting into the back of the net, but it was offside. Abu Hussein just before as well with that toe-poked effort. Pass a little bit in front, but he gets to it. Luic. Now with Manidakis looking forward for Koike, but couldn't get the ball to him. Here's Konstantopoulos, good ball wide in plenty of space. Might look to put the cross in first time, headed on. Goal kick for Para Hills.
Nice cross, good work. They started out on the left here with Manidakis and then moved it over to the right, and final ball in was good. Glancing header just a bit too high. FK Beograd slightly the stronger, I think, of the two so far. We're only 6 or 7 or maybe even 8 minutes in now. But FK Beograd certainly the stronger of the two, although having said that, Para Hills Knights have had the best effort on goal. Hussein's shot in the 3rd or 4th minute.
Saying they're also committing the foul there against Neon Kuru. Harrison Conant trying to win the ball back for his side. Still going for it is Harrison Conant. Well battled. Conant still with it. Did really well to make his way out of that situation. And that pass just lacking, but they'll get away with it again. Masawi putting the ball in. Signorelli, we'll just let it go over the crossbar.
I think Manidakis did just enough there to put him off the cross. Enough pressure there just to put him off the cross, and it's gone behind the goal. Everything a bit wet.
Yes.
I see you've bought me a donut. That's very kind of you, but I'm not sure when I'll get to eat that. But that's wet looking too, isn't it?
Cineriello with this goal kick, launching it wide right. FK Beograd look to get forward now. Down that right wing. Konstantopoulos. Good footwork. Did manage to get the shot in as well.
Too close to the goalkeeper, I think, but good to see him having a crack. And in this kind of weather, slippery ball, worth having a shot from any opportunity you get, I think. Here's the Oliveira.
Masawi screaming for the ball, and he will get it. Has Conan at that back post. Abu Hussein right in the middle. This might fall nicely. We'll go up for the corner. First one for Para Hills Knights. Corner swinging inwards, headed only upwards. FK Beograd don't have too many numbers forward to try and get that instant counter-attack, so they'll just have to hold this ball with themselves. Neon Kuru keeps it in play. But the strength of Kuruk Waman is enough to win it back. Felix. Hassan. Oliveira. Here's Karo Felix now. Getting the touch in, Kuruk-Wamana, but no teammate in particular. I'll restart with it again, Knights. Poor pass. Right to Udai Koike. Here is Koike again, still with the ball, looking to drive forwards. Gets it wide, Konstantopoulos. Ball in on the left foot. Falls nicely. I think you've got to be making more of those chances.
Absolutely. I think Koike just got his body shape all wrong there.
I don't know if he was expecting for the ball to really reach him and get that much space, to be honest.
Maybe not. Yeah, he just opened up his body too much there, and just didn't connect well at all with it. Trimboli having a chat with him there after it. I think it looked like words of encouragement, I think, so that's good to see.
Took a deflection, meaning another corner for FK Beograd. Or they look to go short again.
Good eye, not too much. That's enough. Just stands okay.
In swinging. In a good position and in!
I think it's Trimboli.
An early goal for FK Beograd to get them 1-0 up.
Sorry, Seb, I spoke over you there. That's the first rule of commentary is not to talk over your colleagues there, but that was a fine header, wasn't it? He rose and he sort of turned in the air as he was going for the head, and it's kind of come off the back of his head, but he's put it away beautifully, and I think it is Trimboli that's got the goal. Seems to have lost a boot in the process.
The whole team's come up to celebrate too.
Yeah. Obviously means a bit to them. Beric is up off the bench as well to offer encouragement. If he could race on there, I imagine he probably would, wouldn't he? Just quietly, but yeah. Look, I think that's probably a fair reflection in play in these opening sort of 10 minutes. I think FK Beograd have probably been the better of the two sides. They've played better possession football and created a couple of chances and eventually taken advantage of one of them there and find themselves in a deserved 1-0 lead.
Kick-off to be retaken by Para Hills.
Just going to finish off by saying that Manadakis for me has been a revelation through these first 10 minutes. I think he's had a fine game so far and been involved in a lot of that attacks down the left-hand side. What were you going to say, Seb? Sorry, again, I'm interrupting you.
Manadakis, of course, that a new signing that's come in.
Well, he's had a great first 10 minutes. I mean, I haven't seen him play. Obviously, he's new to the club and I haven't seen him play this year, but he's had a great first 10 minutes. Been a real threat down that left-hand side. Very fast, quick to close down, and very creative going forward too, so he looks the goods.
Vianco Kwamana goes back to Oliveira. Here's Lionel Motira. Masawi. Turned over the ball there. Koike. Abu Hussein gets in the way. A corner for Para Hills. Corner to come in. Headed high. Still with the ball, but they'll go all the way back.
Good use of the body there to win that free kick. Dead centre, albeit 35 yards out or so, but dead centre, good spot for them here. Slippery conditions, slippery ball. We'd expect a shot on target or a shot on goal from here. Harrison Conant's over it, so is De Oliveira.
Plenty of capable options over this free kick for Para Hills Knights.
They've both walked away from it now, actually.
Shot comes from the free kick.
Nice strike, wasn't it? It was a lovely strike. Nice technique. Good body positioning as well, but yep, just wide of the target, I think. So they failed to take advantage of a good opportunity there, albeit from a fair way out.
Ball wide. No foul, says the referee, despite protests from the benches.
Yeah, I think Konstantopoulos was already going to ground, and good refereeing. I don't think there was much in that, was there? Now, if Para Hills Knights can just hold on to it for a wee bit.
Good battle on this close side.
Here's Neo Nkuru. Out to my new favourite player in this league. Manizakis, but here's Koike. He's a threat in the middle. Forces the pass back. Para Hills still have possession. Look to clear it. Only as far as Natsiopoulos. And as instructed by the coaching bench, they're starting again. The rebuild, reset. Para Hills Knights, I don't think they're pressing as high as their opponents when they're in defence or when they're without the ball. Here's Koike.
Koike on the edge of the box looking for that reverse ball. Koike on the edge of the box, unable to get a strike in. Well done there by Manizakis just to get in the way of that pass.
It's not often you think of the left back or the wing back in a side that's, well, it's not often a wing back or a left back we get best on ground, but.
Ball comes into the centre, only cleared away. I think it will go up for the corner. No, it will just stay in play. They've fooled me twice.
Yeah. No, it's not often that a left back will or a wing back will be nominated as best on ground, but Manizakis looks the goods tonight, and certainly with his team leading 1-0, you'd think it would be a striker or someone in midfield that'd be the candidate. But he's been really good so far, hasn't he?
As the rain starts to come down, just a slightly bit more than it was before. This corner to be taken for FK Beograd. Para Hills look to counter. A quick going forward here. Harrison Connett making a bursting run down the right side. He'll look to get to it. Doesn't have any options to cross into the centre though. We'll have to go backwards. Masawi. Look to receive back, intercepted, but ball put into the box. Cinerillo only can punch away. Slipping right on the edge of the box there, those crucial moments. The shot! Just like we were saying, little slips can cost you quite a bit, especially on this ground tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. I think his goalkeeping decision there was wise. Just punch it, don't try to catch it. When it's coming in at that angle, that pace, with that spin as well, in these conditions, he's better just safety first, just punch it away.
Don't want it slipping out of your hands and gifting an opportunity to the opposing striker.
Correct. So I think his decision making was good there.
Para Hills still looking very much in this one, just needing some sort of spark to really get them properly going. Natsiopoulos. It's a lovely 1-2. Didn't work out in the end though. Para Hills to look for another counter-attack. Oliveira looking wide for Conant. Their top goal scorer so far this season with 7.
Not an unreasonable tally for someone in his position. I mean, he's not an out-and-out striker. 7 goals from that position, sort of midfield. Not a bad return, really. This is round 15?
17.
17? Where did what?
Yeah, that'll be a foul there right on the edge of the box, but 17. Yeah, the round's going very quickly. We'll be in final soon. Of course, got the Federation Cup final next weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a great, should be a great exhibition of football and a great advert for our game here.
And even better, we'll be inside for that one, David. We won't be out on the scaffold.
We won't be banished.
this free kick to come in. Ball delivered in. I think perhaps looking on goal.
Yeah, ambitious. He either got the cross wrong or it was an effort on goal, but wasn't a lot of power behind it, though, was it? I got the impression it was more of a cross than a shot.
Score is currently 1-0 the way of FK Beograd. For just tuning in.
I can also give you a bit of an update on the score at the other game. It's 0-0 over at Campbelltown City, where they are playing Adelaide City over in the east.
That another big one too. Adelaide City can, I think by my looks, can even go.
I've given up trying to read my notes.
They can go third place, David.
Yep.
Adelaide City, if they beat Campbelltown, they'll jump Campbelltown, they'll jump Adelaide Comets, who of course still do have to play tomorrow. But Adelaide City from bottom to third place and at the points, title contenders.
It's an amazing turnaround. They just sort of clicked for them, didn't they? They had that big win at Olympic, the 1-6-1 at Olympic, I think, didn't they? And ever since then, it just seemed to have clicked for them. And after having lost 7 in a row from round 3 onward, they've now, I think, won 7 in a row, or certainly 6 in a row. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I think I'm fairly close to the truth with that. So it's been an amazing turnaround for them. And to think that 2 months ago they were third bottom, I think. I don't think they ever dropped as the bottom 2. They did. They were certainly low enough down in the ladder that it wasn't looking good for them. And now they're looking at a top 3 spot if results go their way tonight.
A big game against Campbelltown for them away. It'll be a statement win if they can get the 3 points in that one. Strong challenge going in there. Wide with Harrison Conant. Ball comes into the box. Oliveira falls to him. Don't mind the effort.
Yeah, no, that was good. He just couldn't quite get over it enough. It bounced up quite high, didn't it? And he just couldn't quite get over enough. Good industrious work in the far side again by Harrison Conant. He really is playing a good game again tonight, dropping deep when he needs to collect the ball and then coming forward with it in a real attacking manner. So, good football, nice to watch.
The rain just seeming to be pretty steady, I guess is a word for it at the moment.
Why does it always rain on me? That's a song. Probably a bit before your time.
I knew that.
I was going to do the second. Hang on a second.
Farrer Hills Knights looking forward now. Ball looking for any sort of option to try and get it in, but they'll go with the corner. Oh, just fell a little bit of rain. Sorry about that. Fell a little bit of rain down my back. This corner to come in for Para Hills, needing to get some sort of equaliser. Too much on it, I think.
Yeah, he got the cross wrong there, really, didn't he? From that far side, too deep, too close to the byline, and it's gone straight out.
Just about 27 minutes into this half. Koike just missing the touch.
Yeah, he's just been a little bit off with his touches tonight, Koike. Usually very good, but just a couple of slips tonight, really, and maybe the wet conditions. I mean, all of them are playing in the same conditions, right? He's not the only one playing in the wet, but He's got to get his touch right, or better.
Manidakis. Konstantopoulos. Koike.
Good first touch by Koike.
Shouts of a handball by Natsiopoulos. I think if there was one, it would have been unintentional. It's a decent ball through. Mahitira committing the foul and giving away the free kicks to FK Beograd. A yellow card.
Yeah, he went to the wrong pocket.
Caught by very much surprise there.
Yeah, I think there was a few shocked faces and a few exclamations from amongst the onlookers there. But, I think he, Curtis Werber or something? Yeah, I think he just went to the wrong pocket. So, there you go. We're all humans.
Now get it in now. All good.
Free kick for FK Beograd here. They put the ball in. It's not bad. Nearly went all the way in.
Nearly an own goal.
They'll have a second opportunity to swing the ball in.
Bit of a scramble in the middle there. It was quick and hard to see who had that last touch. But yeah, certainly got out for a corner.
Corner to come in. Delivered in low. Conant couldn't deal with it too quickly. Another corner to come for Beograd.
Alex, tuck front post.
Ball delivered in. Headed only upwards. Strong ball in, needs to be cleared away and is. The long ball looking for Falco does get to him. Para Hills look to counter.
Throw in for FK Beograd, which is taken by Mandiakis. Names for Neon Kuru, but comes in at an awkward height. It's gone out for a throw in, which Para Hills Knights will take.
Touched on Hussein needing to keep it in play and does so. Masawi. The pass lacking. Good challenge in there. Kurukwamana. Oliveira. Ball stays in Para Hills' favour. Conant. The ball just bouncing. That's a late challenge in by Harrison Conant. And a yellow card to him.
Yeah, it's probably deserved. I think he was making an effort for the ball. I don't think his target was the player, but the ball was gone, and he's taken Natsiopoulos right out of the play, put him to ground, and got himself a booking. Thankfully, he went to the right pocket this time, eh?
FK Beograd, I'm sure would love to get one more before the half-time break. Hints of offside, but none called. Needs to be delivered in.
Oh, yeah.
Goes out for the corner.
That's a good stop, isn't it? Tramboli again with the space on that side. He's turned on his right, turned on his left, and then hit his shot low to the keeper's left-hand post. But a good stop. FK Beograd a bit unlucky there not to double their advantage.
About 15 minutes or so left in the half. Corner to come. Going short. Parahill's looking forward again. Koike just trying to apply the pressure. Wide here is Omid Masawi. It's a good challenge in by Natsiopoulos.
Still 0-0 over at Campbelltown City, between Campbelltown City and Adelaide City in that other game that's on tonight in the men's NPL here in South Australia. The men's RAA NPL here in South Australia. Won't be any drier over there, I wouldn't think.
No.
I'm also a bit worried about how we get back down off this scaffold. That's in the back of my mind as well.
I think this is our home for the next hour or so we're here, David. Long throw comes into the box, needs some sort of hit towards, but FK Beograd can clear away. They'll look to counter Neon Kuru. That ball forward, is there enough on it? Delangis comes and captures, he times his run really well.
Great run by Maxim Ivanic. He was the target player there for FK Beograd, running right through the middle. See, he's wearing some strapping on his leg, but didn't seem to inhibit his sprint there as he raced in and goal for FK Beograd.
Koike, both of them just really losing track of the ball there, but they play on. Falco looks to take the strike himself! 2-0 go FK Beograd with a magnificent strike.
Great refereeing, I must say. He let the play flow there. There was a suggestion there might have been a foul off the ball there on Koike, but the ball's broken over to the far side, and Falco's just hit it beautifully, hasn't he? What a strike! Football, I love you. And it's 2-0 FK Beograd.
Ten minutes about left until the half-time break again. The whole team going up to celebrate.
Yeah. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Get around them, I think that's the phrase.
Parahill's having to restart from 2-0 down, not what they would want. Quite close to this half-time break. Not to say they haven't had their opportunities.
Yeah, they've had their chances. I mean, they have had their chances to get back into this, or to get, or to. There's a shot from halfway there. I thought I'd take a breath, but yeah, no. If Parahill's Knights have had a chance, they have had their chances, haven't they? And
yeah, we're both just being a bit inhibited by the wetness of the rain here.
They have had their chances, but they've just been a bit unlucky, not being able to put anything away. But FK Beograd, I think, for me, have been the better of the two sides tonight anyway. So maybe 2-0 is a fair reflection in this first 40-odd minutes of play. We have had worse, Seb.
We have had
worse.
worse.
We were at Adelaide City last year. Do you remember that game?
Yes, that was a lot worse.
I've still not fully dried out from that one. And that was probably over 12 months ago.
And so tonight probably won't help either. Delengis. That ball go out of play.
We have a goal at Campbelltown City, but it's not Campbelltown City that have scored it. Adelaide City have scored. They've gone 1-0 up. 42 minutes played there, and it's Campbelltown City 0, Adelaide City 1.
Pretty big scoreline.
Koike was late there.
That'll be another yellow card.
Do you know what? He was just getting back. Koike's been getting back into it. I think his first 10-15 minutes, you know, he just wasn't in the game. His first touch was poor, but he put that behind him, and for the sort of second half of this first half, if that makes sense, he's been a much better player. But he's cut a frustrated figure out there too. I think he's been fouled a few times off the ball, and he's felt that he hasn't won them. So maybe a little bit of frustration there. A little bit of interaction there between some of the FK Beograd players and the Para Hills Knights bench, but it's all chat.
Oliveira.
Nice, Koike, that's it.
Yeah, well timed. You've really got to, in these conditions, you've got to really make sure of those challenges you're going to make.
He did well there, though. Here's Ivanich, hasn't quite kept possession of the ball, and it breaks to Conant.
It's a large touch and a sliding challenge inwards, and again, had to be well timed. Like I said, in these conditions, you can make those good challenges, but because of that sort of extra slip you get, you might accidentally raise a stud, something like that, and you might get sent off. It's sort of the danger, I guess, of playing in these sorts of conditions sometimes. We've already seen, I think it's about 4 yellow cards already.
Yeah, there have been, haven't there? There has been a few now that you see it, yeah.
And not to say the game's been played in a nasty way. There's certainly been a bit of fight.
Yep.
But just those conditions sort of, I guess, almost bring it out in some players, I guess.
Yeah. Yep, no, I'd agree with you.
Lovely bit of interplay here by Para Hills Knights. Oliveira. Well spotted pass. Muhatira looking to put the ball in himself. Muhatira rose high. No foul, says the referee. Muhatira goes all the way back to Delengis.
Two big lads. They must be about 8 foot tall, those two.
Conant committing another foul. Of course, on one of those players on that yellow card, so we'll have to be careful for the remainder of the match and the remainder of this half, which there's about 5 minutes left in.
Konstantopoulos has picked himself up somewhat gingerly there, and he's limping away. Keep an eye on that for you, but FK Beograd have taken the free kick anyway.
Slight mistouch there, but they'll look to get forward with it. Manidakis making his long way forward. Ball going out of play, though, through him. Hussein. They're not too happy with the treatment that Kesav Shrestha's had there.
Now, I think Manidakis has put his hand towards Shrestha's face. I don't know what kind of contact there was, but he has made that motion, and that's why Para Hills Knights players are complaining. And he has received a booking for that, but He's had a great game tonight. I hope he doesn't spoil it with any silliness. Easy to say from up here though when you're not down in the pitch playing, isn't it, or involved?
Free kick for Para Hills Knights. Oliveira over this one. Swung inwards. I think he had to make that save too.
That was a top-class save, wasn't it? Reaching up to that top corner, just palmed it away. Beautiful save.
Ball delivered in. Murati got the connection but didn't get it to a player.
Signorello. He's had a good game, hasn't he, that Jamie Signorello? A complete mental blank. I apologise earlier on. And my notes I'm not using anymore because they're not legible. Great save by Jamie Signorello there to his top right hand corner. Did just enough to keep it out. Keep Para Hills Knights at bay. Because if Knights get one goal back, it's game on, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're definitely capable of it. It's 2-0, but I wouldn't say it's been entirely one-sided towards FK Beograd either. Handball there.
He's kicked it away and he'll get a yellow for that. That's a shame. Konstantopoulos, a little bit of ill discipline. Free kick given against him for a handball, and then he's just given the ball a little kick away, so straight into the book for that. That must be a better
7th or 8th, I was about to say, yeah. One which we thought was a red.
Well, it was a red. Until we realised it shouldn't have been one.
FK Beograd 2-0, both sides with 11, just to reassure anyone who's just joining us. Koike missing the touch there again. I think just falling ill to those conditions. Again, stepping on the ball and over it. Falls to Hussein. Needs to be cleared away and is so.
We have chance again there for Para Hills Knights.
Ball comes into the box, headed away. Conant's there, flicking it up, having the strike. On target, but not enough to really challenge the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he just didn't get onto it, did he? Beautiful little piece of skill to beat his opponent. It's like Paul Gascoigne, wasn't it? Little chip up, turned one way, but he didn't quite get onto the volley, did he? And it remains 2-0. It's half time over at Campbelltown City. Still 1-0 for the visitors, Adelaide City, in that game. But yeah, half time over there.
Shrestha couldn't keep the ball. Free kick for FK Beograd. Into additional time here at the paddocks. Not a bad idea for a pass. Delangus just having to get rid of only right to Jason Konstantopoulos. Natsiopoulos. Luic. Ball works out well. Konstantopoulos has the option wide, does take it. Falco puts the ball in. He'll receive it back here. They'll go wide again. Cross comes in low. Falls nicely.
Yeah, Maxi Nevanic there with the final shot on goal. Nice build-up again. Exciting to watch. And these crosses they're keeping all the crosses low, aren't they? When they build up FK Beograd, they aren't putting much in the air. A lot of these crosses coming in the ground, and I think that's the way to do it on this surface.
Cross comes in, headed away. Thrown for Para Hills on the far side. And that's the halftime whistle after a cold and wet first half. It ends 2-0 the way of the away side. But still, the game very much in play.
Absolutely, yes. It's not over by a long way. I think FK Beograd are probably deserved of their 2-0 lead. But Para Hills Knights haven't been without their chances. They just haven't been as clinical in front of goal. They've had a couple of chances. I mean, there was a great save towards the end by Signorello in the FK Beograd goal. So it's not like Para Hills Knights haven't been without their chances, but I think at half-time, 2-0 is probably a fair reflection on play.
Absolutely. We'll, I guess, try to feel our toes again during the half-time break, but...
Feel our own toes, though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't go feeling yours, pal.
Half-time here at Feel Good Physio Coast Stadium. Scoreline, Para Hills Knights 0, FK Beograd 2. Stay tuned with us. More in the second half to come. Welcome back to the second half here of round 17. Para Hills Knights, FK Beograd currently 2-0 up against the home side. And Para Hills needing somewhere to get back into this, David Grant.
Yep. Yep, they'll have got.
Just give you a moment, David. All good. Getting ready for kickoff to get underway. Para Hills Knights to restart us back.
Sorry, a minor technical problem there. Some of the equipment's got a bit wet and it's been a bit unreliable just where the connections are. So sorry, I just fixing that. Yes, no, a little bit of work to do for Para Hills Knights to get back into this. See how they go. See if they've got any. I can't see any changes for the start of the second half, but see if they change their approach to this in an effort to try and salvage something out of this game. But FK Beograd with a 2-0 lead here at the start of the second period, and a 2-0 lead that I think they've deserved in the balance of play through that first 45 minutes.
And the rain seems to have halted for the time being, which we love to see. We'll go all the way back to Yanni Delengis. Trimbolin, Falco getting those 2 goals for FK Beograd in the first half. Falco's was a thunder strike. Oh, possible opportunity here arising. Natsiopoulos just couldn't get it on target.
Yeah, a bit disappointing. He made the space. Nice little burst into the box there, and he'd made the space quite well for himself, but ultimately his left foot shot just over the bar, off target. There's another chance for them.
Of course, another game going on at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre concurrently with this one. Adelaide City currently in the lead since I last heard.
Yep. Would you like a scores update?
Yes.
They've started their second half, and Adelaide City have extended their lead. They've gone into a 2-0 lead there at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It's Adelaide City 2, Campbelltown City 0. City very much... Adelaide City, should I say, because there's 2 teams named City there, of course, but Adelaide City very much the informed side and have been for the last couple of weeks. As Ivanich makes his way into the penalty box, it opens up for him.
Possible third goal arising here. Just needs to get some sort of strike off, but gets intercepted.
I think maybe Trimboli wasn't expecting Ivanich to lay it off to him. I think maybe he was thinking that Ivanich would have a go himself, but... an unselfish striker. There's an oxymoron for you.
Balking out of play here.
Corner for Para Hills Knights on the far side there. Whipped into the middle lane for the penalty box.
Not a bad strike. He'll go up for another corner.
Corner comes into the middle. It's hit low. Aim for the penalty spot. Chip back in. Very deep. Connacht's the recipient on this far side near the touchline. Para Hills Knights look to hold on to the ball, maybe build up possession from the back here. Here's De Oliveira, the captain.
Looking for that wide ball. Switch, it's bouncing, but will stay in play. Connacht putting the ball in. The touch just not on point enough.
Very heavy first touch, wasn't it? But nice ball out to the side there by De Oliveira to find the winger before Para Hills Knights brought the ball into the middle. But Yeah, very heavy first touch and easily dealt with by FK Beograd's back four.
Here's Connacht now on this close side for the second half. Needs to bring out a bit of magic for himself to try and get his team back in front.
Trimboli loses out to Joel Vera. Para Hills Knights again in possession.
Ball wide now. Lovely bit of footwork, putting the ball into the box, but easy to capture.
Come, Beograd! Come! Play your game! Ready? Yes! 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 Find the gaps!
Ball in midfield.
Para Hills Knights just looking to hold on to the ball just now. I think have some possession, have a period of possession to sort of disrupt the flow, I think, of FK Beograd. Can't play fast flowing football if you haven't got the ball. Build up on the right hand side.
Ball delivered inwards. Connacht's the furthest one forward, but didn't work out.
Ivanich with the ball now for FK Beograd, marauding forward. It's opening up for him as he gets to the edge of the box. Plays out to Trimboli on the right hand side, comes back inside to Ivanich. Natsiopoulos now. FK Beograd now look to explore options down the left hand side. Koike a little bit late with his challenge. You'll have to be careful. He is on a yellow. There was a plethora of them handed out through that first half, wasn't there? There was probably about 6 or 7 yellow cards in that first half. Koike was the recipient of one. A little bit late with his challenge there, but it's just a quiet word from the referee Wordsworth. And a free kick for Para Hills Knights on the far side, which they've taken short. Nyankuru with the ball now. Makes a little bit of space, but he's tackled and wins the throw. Para Hills Knights throw in the far side. They play it along the back. Sasan.
Ball with the back line of Para Hills.
Good guys. Good guys. Go, Freud.
Beograd come away with it. Here's Nyankuru. Played it back and eventually cleared, albeit somewhat awkwardly, but Beograd still have possession. Here's Natsiopoulos in the midfield. Finds Ivanich on the right. It's back inside. Chip through the middle. Konstantopoulos tries to play a 1-2 with Ivanich. It doesn't come off, and Connacht wins it for Para Hills Knights. Trimboli. Connacht's in the middle for Para Hills Knights, but he's the only option.
Para Hills would love to get one goal back. At really any point will be pretty important for them right now.
De Oliveira. Finds Kurkwamana. Ball goes out to the right hand side. Para Hills Knights look to build on that side. Muhatira comes to ground. Koike comes away with it for FK Beograd. It goes out, but it'll be an FK Beograd throw. Goes out, another throw on the far side for FK Beograd. Manidakis with the throw. Nyankuru now with the ball. Comes away to Ivanic. Para Hills Knights now on the right hand side. Cross comes in low.
Ball comes into the box. We'll just go out for another goal kick.
If you've just joined us, it's the RA NPL South Australia match here between host side Para Hills Knights and visitors FK Beograd. FK Beograd hold a 2-0 lead. It's a lead they've had since the half-time break. And in the other game tonight, Campbelltown City are 2-0 down at home to Adelaide City. A resurgent Adelaide City as well. They've won about 6 or 7 in a row after having lost about 6 or 7 in a row. Here come Para Hills Knights on the right hand side now. Oliveira opts to go wide. Shrestha. Cross eventually comes it.
That pass wasn't able to be pulled off there or go out of play.
Here's Conant from distance. Just how he likes it. Plays it along the ground. It's blocked though. Mahadakis clears for FK Beograd.
Across the back line. Hassan making a marauding run forward.
Yeah,
intercepted.
Just held on to it too long. Had Cairo Felix at the byline waiting for the pass, but Hassan just held on to it just a little bit too long, I think. Para Hills Knights going through a 5 or 6 minute period here of high pressure and intensity, and really have FK Beograd under the pump. But Beograd along the back seem equal to the task. Can't seem to get anything up front. Konstantopoulos is the sole target up there, although it has now broken to Triboli, who finds Konstantopoulos. Triboli looks for the return pass, comes to Ivanic. It's a little bit behind him, gets on his left.
Sure, they might love one before. Para Hills can try and get one back themselves, but it will just go up for the corner.
.25 minutes or so gone of this second half here at the Paddocks. Host side Para Hills Knights trailing 2-0 to the visitors FK Beograd. It's a corner for FK Beograd on the far side. It's played out to Mahidakis, who gets
very high.
6 or 7 points for one of them, I think. He had a great first half, Mahidakis, but he's kind of been off his... Well, he's dropped a bit off. He's dropped off a little bit in the second half. Wouldn't you say, Seb? Very good first half, but bit quieter in the second period as the kick is taken. Para Hills Knights. Conant with the ball. Brings it down nicely, but he's crowded out and tackled by Neon Kuru. Ivanich with the ball now. Bandaged right foot, doesn't seem to be inhibiting him too much though. Makes his way up the left. Hopes to play it back. That's a long ball to nobody. It'll go out probably for a throw-in.
Does so on that far side.
You back with me, Seb? Oh, I missed you.
Just sorting out some technical issues we were having, but should be a bit better now.
Might pour a bottle of water over our equipment just to make it a little bit drier.
Ball with Para Hills Knights. Para Hills really need something soon, you'd imagine, to put them back into this one. Already over 15 minutes played in this second half. Here's Felix. Lovely footwork to get past initially. Just held up behind the ball. Here's Oliveira. Felix. Ball comes in. Plenty of power on it.
Yeah, he got onto it well enough, but it really was straight at the keeper and easily taken by Jamie Signorello, who'll take the goal kick now. Para Hills Knights look a bit better this second half, better than they did through that first.
Hassan. Felix has the man behind him. Couldn't keep it in play. Too much pressure on him, I think. De
Oliveira now for Para Hills Knights as they look to build up on the right hand side. Switching the play nicely. Muhatira. Sorry. Yeah, no, it is Muhatira. Sorry, they're a long way away. Kurkamana. San. Shrestha still has the ball, despite the tensions of the Beograd players. Conant tries to have a shot, but it's blocked. Breaks to De Oliveira. Runs through the middle like a tank. He's gone far right, far left.
Ball comes into the box at the back post. Might just need a hit.
Natsiopoulos with the ball now for FK Beograd. Forced wide. Goes out. It'll be an FK Beograd throw. Was looking for the free kick, but throw in is what they get. And it's Falco with it now. Scored a fine goal in that first half, didn't he?
Falco with a touch. Just electing to go all the way back with his defence.
Yeah, playing it safe, I think, wasn't he? Looks a bit uncomfortable when he's forced onto his left. I think Falco, he always seems to prefer his right. But dealt with it well enough. Offside there given by the assistant referee, Jaden Betterman. He's had a good game tonight.
Hassan gets the touchdown. Oliveira had the pressure in behind him from Natsiopoulos. Recovered well. Will go wide. Pass not there, although ball staying in play. Just cleared.
Felix with a cross in with his left boot.
On the left-hand side.
On the left-hand
I think you're trying to say.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, opportunity here.
They're on the break.
The ball just behind him.
Trimboli was tanking it up the right-hand side too, wasn't he? He was completely unmarked, but Parallels Knights are doing well. I think they've had a better second half than their first, and they're arguably being the better side through this second period. Just haven't really got much to show in front of goal so far, have they?
Keshav Shrestha. Para Hills Knights just trying to apply a bit of their own pressure. Para Hills Knights looking to get forward again on this attack.
Here's Trimboli racing away now.
Plenty of pace on him, has an option wide. Gets it to a player. Easy touch, just might need the finish. Saved by Delengis.
They're all being too unselfish in front of goal, aren't they? It's Natsiopoulos with the first chance. That's gone through to Konstantopoulos on the far side with his left foot. Good save in the end, but Beograd maybe not quite clinical in front of goal. Clinical enough in front of goal. There's been another goal over at Steve Woodcock's Sports Centre, Seb. The home side have pulled one back. Campbelltown City are 2-1 down. They were 2-0 down, so Campbelltown City have pulled one back against their visiting Adelaide City side. So it's Campbelltown City 1, Adelaide City 2 over there.
Both sides look to also be readying up some substitutes. Adam's the veteran, Kelvin Camburu to come on for Para Hills Knights. Craig Shearer also looking ready to make his way onto the pitch. Here those changes come. The Harrison Conant to make his way off the pitch.
Yeah, and Anthony Trimboli coming off for Craig Shearer for FK Beograd. So it's a single substitution for them, but a double for Para Hills Knights.
Bianca Kwamana also making his way off the pitch for Para Hills, completing those substitutes. Restarting with the throw from Para Hills. Camburu with his first touch of the ball here will get it back. Looking for the ball over the top. Here's Cairo Felix. Back with the midfield. Camburu. Muhutira. Had to time that challenge well. Ooh. Trying his luck from range and a good save just to keep it out of the goal.
Another superb save by Jamie Senerello. He's had 2 or 3 of them tonight, hasn't he? That's a great stop. He's not a big guy either, so he's very agile. That's that's his super strength.
Corner taken quickly.
Superhero strength.
Staying in play. Camburu. Cross in, deflected. Might just need a hit. Oh. In the back of the net. I think it's an own goal.
It is an own goal, yeah. It's been stabbed home there.
And that's what Para Hills needed in these last couple of minutes, I guess. We've got about 20 minutes left to play, and definitely enough for them to make a comeback.
Yeah, a little stroke of luck, though, isn't it? But you get that, don't you? I think it's Damien Luich that's been the unfortunate goal scorer there into his own net. But, you know, I think through this second half, I mentioned it earlier on, we've been a bit quiet because we've been dealing with some weather-enhanced technical difficulties. Their equipment... obviously, we want to keep as dry as possible, so we apologise if we sounded a bit distracted tonight. We have had to deal with that. But look, I think through this second half, Para Hills Knights have been a different team from the one that played in the first half. They've come out looking a bit stronger, a bit hungrier, a bit more creative, I think, as well. And they've pressed more highly too. And
you could see this was capable of happening the first half too. They certainly weren't out of the game in the first half either.
Exactly,
those two.
And this opens it all up, you know. 2-0's that the dangerous lead, isn't it, that they talk about? So Para Hills Knights might be buoyed by this, and maybe they'll try and stun their visitors with another one.
2 Friday night games seemingly almost copying each other.
Yeah.
The 2 away sides going 2-0 up.
True, yeah.
The home side.
Yep.
Scoring late on.
Yep.
Maybe we'll keep an eye on that one to see what our future has in store for us here.
Do we have a scores update from the women's games as well, Seb?
Sturt drew 1-1 with Adelaide Uni.
Well done, Sturt.
And that's all I have so far at the moment.
That was a big game for Sturt, really, wasn't it? Bottom of the table. I would have thought that would be a must-win for Sturt, really. From memory, I think they were on 6 points, and Adelaide Uni were on 9 points in second bottom. So a massive game for Sturt. Uni will be disappointed they didn't get more from it as well, but you could argue that Sturt, that was a game that Sturt really needed to win. A must-win for them, really, if they're going to try and get themselves out of that relegation spot. The bottom side goes down, second bottom goes into a playoff. Well, you don't want to be bottom. That's a little trip there by Ivanich, and rightfully booked. I'm not sure what he's arguing about. Definitely
very late.
Definitely a trip.
He's giving him a yellow. What do you want? Leo, what do you want? He's giving him a yellow.
Free kick for Parry Hills on this close side after much debate.
Yep. Yeah, no, just to go back to the women's game, obviously it would have been a game that Sturt would have liked to win, but here's the other thing, they haven't lost in their last 3, have they? So they've drawn that one. They had the 6-all draw in their last league game, and of course in the cup game last weekend. I've listed them all in the wrong order, of course. So tonight they've drawn 1-all. They had the win in the cup last week, and then 3 games ago they had that 6-all draw at home in the rain at Carina against Adelaide City. So that's a positive, I suppose, to take out of it, is that they haven't lost in the last 3. But tonight was a must-win for them, I think. Here's Koike on the far side for Beograd.
Those other WMPL games taking place tonight: West Adelaide against West Torrens, Burkalla, City versus Salisbury Inter at City Park, Comets versus Flinders, and Football SA NTC at Metro United. Those underway as we speak. Just don't have scorelines for you, unfortunately, yet. Challenge in there. Called as fair by the referee. I should say another yellow card having been given out in this half, or this game, I should say.
Oh, it's been like Christmas, isn't it, with all these cards? It's an old line, but it's a good one.
Slightly late there by Falco, and it'll be a free kick for Para Hills. Sense of urgency.
Yep. It's just got a little feisty as well, hasn't it, over the last 10 minutes or so? Little niggly.
Has to make his way past, loses the ball underneath him. Referee plays advantage. Oliveira. Ball comes into the box. Can only just punch upwards, Signorello. Hassan. Cervera. Felix. Needs to make his way past. Unable to do so.
Good defending, though, by Ivanich.
Muhatira happy to just let the ball roll past him, and he'll go towards it himself. Muhatira looking to make a run himself as well. Strong collision in there. And it'll be a yellow card, I think.
Get him up, he's fucking broken his leg. Fucking disgusting shit.
He seems to be screaming out in pain.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Jonas, come on!
Is it Mahiadakis?
No, it's called you.
Not too sure.
Don't listen to him, man. Fucking Dave, fucking calm him down over there, mate. Disgusting. Fucking calm him down, mate.
Just trying to figure out what's happening at the moment. Apologies for any foul language you might be hearing.
Yep.
But as we said, just starting to get a bit heated.
Yeah, it's been sort of going that way. I think over the last 10 minutes or so. It just got a little bit niggly, hadn't it? And there were a few moments there where there was some tackles going that were maybe a bit careless, a bit reckless. I mean, the conditions are one thing, but no, I think hopefully he's okay. Certainly,
he was agony.
Yeah.
It sounded like screaming in agony, really. Did not sound good from here. Just seeing what the outcome of all this will be. Para Hills looking to also make a sub. Ali Atquill just getting ready. Still seems to be a fair bit going on over there.
Yeah, let's hard to tell from up here what how serious this is, but certainly the FK Beograd bench are up and they look concerned. Be a significant addition for injury time after this, won't there?
Situation still having to be just sorted out here.
Looks like Mahadakis is making his way off the pitch to the far side, but they haven't readied a substitute, so maybe they're hoping he'll come back on. There has been another goal over at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, Seb. Yes. Campbelltown City have levelled it. After being 2-0 down at home at half-time, they've now brought it back to 2-2. So, a real thriller playing out over there.
Ali Atquill making his way onto the pitch for Keshav Shrestha. And I think FK Beograd also readying up some subs themselves. Looks to be making his way back on to the pitch, all right, Manadakis. Hassan. Pass misplaced and just given away to FK Beograd. Natsiopoulos losing the touch initially, but FK Beograd still with it. Here's Shearer. Of course, next up for FK Beograd after this one is their big derby after the cup break, in which Craig Shearer actually scored in at the Croatian Sports Centre last time out.
Mobbed by the crowd, so he was, wasn't he? Memorable, wasn't it? I'm saying memorable, I wasn't at the game.
You watched it, though.
I watched it, yeah.
Ninko Beric also looking to make his way onto the pitch for FK Beograd off the bench. I'll take another corner.
Corner comes in.
Delivered there, into the back of the net.
Shearer! And Craig Shearer, some celebration that, wasn't it, with the car wheel? I'm not sure how well rehearsed he was with that, wasn't he?
3-1 or FK Beograd, but they seem to have had a player go down in the aftermath.
Seems to be suggesting he's popped his shoulder. And it looks like it's not Natsiopoulos, is it?
I think it might be. But 3-1 or FK Beograd after plenty of pressure coming from Para Hills Knights find themselves 2 goals behind once again. Just as they were sort of starting to come ever so more into it, really.
Yeah, no, they'll be deflated after that. As I say, their second half had been much better than the first, and they'd come back into it, but that took the wind out of their sails, won't it? (3-1). How many minutes is that? I can't make that out. Can you make that out, young man?
Entering towards the end.
Yes. 5 minutes to go?
Yes, about so. But might be a bit of additional time as well as we see both sides start to make some substitutes. Ninko Beric making his way onto the pitch. As well as Matthew Meyer. Jason Konstantopoulos coming off.
Well, super sub Shearer, eh? Comes on. That's probably the winner, isn't it? 3-1 scoreline here in the RA NPL South Australia match between Para Hills Knights and FK Beograd. One feels that 3-1 might be too big a mountain for Para Hills Knights to climb. They've been in this game, but they haven't been the better of the two sides, and FK Beograd have taken that chance there with 5 minutes or so to go, and I think it might just be a bit too much for Para Hills Knights now. It might be all over.
They'll look to jump Para Hills Knights in Adelaide Croatia Raiders provisionally, of course, without knowing tomorrow's result, meaning that derby in a few weeks' time could be pretty important as we see a yellow card. Those two teams of Beograd and Croatia Raiders very tight with each other in the table as it stands.
Yes, they are, yep. So that derby will be a big game when it comes round. That's 2 weeks away, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Week after next. What are you doing next weekend, Seb? Any plans?
Well, David, it's the Federation Cup final on Saturday afternoon at Service FM Stadium between Campbelltown City and Modbury Jets.
Should be a cracker.
Absolutely. Para Hills Knights still battling late on to try and get something out of this match. Hassan. Kambari just putting that one off. Koike. Free kick for FK Beograd. They might look to go for the long switch ball instead, just go right forward. Felix with the header. Craig Shearer gets the touchdown. Para Hills Knights playing out from the back. Kambara. Poor pass, misplaced. Para Hills Knights might just look for a consolation later on. To be fair for them, they did come back a few weeks ago against Adelaide United.
Yeah, well, that's a funny old game because, as you well know, and you were at that game,
Yeah, past few weeks I've been privy to those sorts of games.
It's not over, is it, until the lady has sung her song? But yeah, no. But I think this one's gone. I can't see them scoring 2 goals in the last couple of minutes here.
Koike probably didn't have the greatest of first halves, but as you said, has heavily grown into this one. Craig Shearer entering the book, as well as, say, about 10 of the other players on the field today.
Yeah. A little bit needless, wasn't it? I mean, halfway line, they're 3-1 up. It's not like...
That's the thing. There's been a lot of yellow cards, but I can't really say none of them have been unnecessary yellow cards. I think they've all been yellow cards, to be completely honest.
So, yeah. I think everyone's been deserved. That just seemed a bit unnecessary as well, but...
Ball into the box. Needs to be cleared away by Kamburu. Ball wide and over. Might just go out for the goal kick for Delangas to take. Wasn't a bad idea, only into the chest of Leonel Motira. I think looking for Cairo Felix there, but the pass just not making it.
Shearer's had more touches than some of his teammates in the last 10 minutes that they come on than they've had all game.
Oliveira just looking wide. Will fall fine for Sydney Riello. Kamburu.
Can tell you, Seb, that the final whistle has been blown at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, and it's finished 2-2 there. So some comeback by Campbelltown City at home against Adelaide City. Adelaide City's unbeaten run continues, of course,
but unable to jump Campbelltown into third place, just behind Modbury and Metro. So Campbelltown keeping that place. I think they will do for the weekend, yeah. Fourth place, sorry, not third.
It is quite tight though, isn't it?
It's extremely tight.
Yeah. Because the teams at the top have been slipping up, dropping points, you know. And not just against each other, but silly points against...
So a couple of weeks back, Campbelltown drew to South Adelaide, who looked to be close to relegation, in brutal honesty. Free kick comes in. It's a bit high. Still manages to get a player to it. Now, opportunity for FK Beograd to really finish off the match. Neon Kuru needs to get past. Touch evades him. Felix gets the touchdown. Makes his way past. Finds Savetta. He's pulled down. Free kick taken quickly. Oliveira looking for the wide ball. Couldn't get it to his teammate. FK Beograd, I'm sure, really just want to wind down the clock now. Goal kick to come. down that far right side. Ball comes in. Offside though is Cairo Felix.
Found the space though, didn't he, at the back post? Or not the back post, but the back. What kind of is the back post?
Area.
The back area. The flank. Found the space well enough, but yeah. Didn't argue too much when the offside was given, so he must have been aware that it was probably or likely to be given. Signorello with a kick now for Beograd. Finds Shearer who nods it on.
Felix takes the touch out of play. Throw in for Falco. His goal having played an integral part to this win, have to say.
Yep. It was the second goal, wasn't it? Scored about the 30th minute mark. Put them into a 2-0 lead and made things a bit more comfortable for them, I think, didn't it, at that point in time?
Just falling on the ball there. And that signals full-time. FK Beograd getting the win here against Para Hills, and a deserved win in the end, you'd have to say.
Yes, I think so. I think that result's probably a fair reflection of play. I mean, Para Hills Knights weren't out of it at any stage, but well, probably until the third goal went in with about 10 minutes to go. At that point, it was probably beyond them. But no, the result's a fair reflection of play, I think, and a good win for Beograd. And Para Hills Knights will have to go away, have a think, and come back in 2 weeks, stronger, ready for their next challenge. I can't remember who they play next, but we can find that out for you in a moment. But yeah, no, a good result, I think, for Beograd.
Got a big game against Metro next.
Well, who Para Hills Knights have got Metro next?
Yes.
Well, that's a tough one, isn't it? Is that home or away? That must be away, yes.
Well, of course, they played home here early in the season. They lost 5-1.
Yeah.
So, interesting, but they've got, as you said, that week break to recover and rethink about how they'll approach it.
Yep.
Over at TK Shuttle Reserve. Other than that, that's pretty much it for us tonight, David. Back into the warm for us, I think it is.
The rain stopped.
It did, but it didn't get any warmer.
we must make a little mention that we did struggle a little bit with our kit tonight in the rain at the start of the match. It had been quite wet prior to the game and setting up as well. Our camera person upstairs, Jeannie, would have been. Well, she's obviously been exposed to more of it than us because she doesn't have a cover over her. But no, very wet conditions. So if we were a bit distracted, we apologise. It was a scramble to try and keep all of the kit dry and bring this game to you.
Absolutely. We hope we kept you entertained, though, in the comfort of your own home. All for the love of the game, David.
All for the love of the game. I love you, football.
Full time here at Feel Good Physio Coast Stadium. FK Beograd with the win. Para Hills Knights 1. FK Beograd 3.